Now at a piece from FoxNews.com, a former FBI agent is coming forward to explain why she left the Bureau and is sounding the alarm over how deeply polarized things have become within the FBI and that law enforcement agency. It should be the world's premier law enforcement agency. It no longer is. Now, Nicole Parker, she left the Bureau after nearly 13 years. Now, she worked on high-profile cases like the Parkland school shooting, the 2017 Fort Lauderdale airport shooting, the Cesar Sayoc Pike bomb case, the multi-million-dollar Ponzi schemes, and so much more. But she left and now says the Bureau has lost the truth and the trust of the American people. This is what she writes. Over the course of my 12-plus years of service, the FBI's trajectory transformed. On paper, the Bureau's mission remained the same, but its priorities and governing principles, they shifted dramatically. The FBI became politically weaponized, starting from the top in Washington, trickling down to field offices. Parker also says that there has been a shift in recruiting practices and a, quote, lowering of eligibility requirements, which is negatively impacting the agency's performance. In closing, she writes, for me, distancing myself from egregious mistakes, immoral behavior, and politically charged actions taken by a small but destructive few FBI employees became exhausting. Here to explain a lot more, former FBI Special Agent Nicole Parker. We welcome her. Wow. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I think you were working for Merrill Lynch.
Yes.
You were on the top floor.
Yes.
Of the World Trade Center on 9/11.
World Financial Center.
What?
Yeah. I was on the top floor of the World Financial Center.
On 2001.
Correct. On September 11th of 2001, I was working for Merrill Lynch. I was on the top floor of the World Financial Center.
Wow.
I heard the first plane crash into the North Tower. I did not see it, but I was at my desk. I ran to the window. Myself and my colleagues witnessed the second plane crashing into the second tower, Tower 2. That's a day that changed my life.
So you apply, you have this great career trajectory in finance. You decide, you know what, I want to apply for the FBI. In your year, there were 45,000 applicants. You were one of 900 chosen. So that was a great honor. Then you went to Quantico, and you went through, 6 months of training?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. What was the FBI like then, and what happened?
So, I came to the FBI because I love America. I wanted to serve this country, and I knew on 9/11 that I wanted to give back one day. I came in, and it was an amazing experience to join the FBI. I worked with the finest and the brightest in the FBI, local law enforcement, our federal prosecutors. These are outstanding and wonderful people, and we were really just getting in there and fighting crime and putting bad people behind bars, and that's why I came. And I noticed through the course of my career, the trajectory of the FBI seemed to have changed, and it seemed to have been more, in the last couple years more than ever. And it was just something that I started to wonder, is this the FBI that I signed on to? But the amazing heroes of the FBI, they're still there. They're still doing the hard work. And unfortunately, it seems that some of that hard work is getting drowned out by some of the negativity that's happening.
I couldn't believe in 2016, the FBI actually sent in early October, after they were warned in August by Bruce Orr not to trust the dirty Russian dossier of Hillary Clinton. So they send in early October 2016 agents to interview Christopher Steele, the author, offer him $1 million to corroborate it. He can't corroborate it. He doesn't get the $1 million. But then they used it as the bulk of information to literally spy on Carter Page and backdoor spy on President Trump, then candidate Trump. And the amazing thing is it was unverifiable, but they went to a FISA court. It says at the top, verified. They couldn't verify it. At that moment, I was like, what are they put their fingers on the scale of that election. They had Hunter's laptop in 2019, and yet they were talking to, the FBI Weekly was talking to all big tech companies. Be careful, there might be misinformation campaigns from other countries. Did you see that type of politics?
Look, the bottom line is that the agents in the field that are working the crimes, the violent crimes, the crimes against children, the human trafficking, we're trying to protect Americans. Frankly, I was never asked to participate in anything that was political, but I knew that it was happening around me because, Americans knew. And unfortunately, that negatively impacts the mission of the Bureau because we need the buy-in of the American people to support us when we're doing our job. And so, 99% of the FBI employees are working hard. We're doing real work. You know, I really feel like it's important for America to understand that there are people out there and they are sacrificing. My dearest friend, Special Agent Laura Schwarzenberger, and another agent, as well as three other agents that were shot. Does anyone know that? Does anyone know about Laura Schwarzenberger and the other agent that was?
Most people can't mention a single person shot. The media only focuses on cases that they can politicize.
Well, and I think it's important for us to know that when there are people at the top that are politicizing the FBI, it takes away from the agents in the field that are trying to do the real work.
So we know, because of Charles Grassley and Senator Ron Johnson and Congressman Jim Jordan, that all of these whistleblowers now have come forward. We don't know who they are yet. You're the first public one, and that there'll be many more. I'm told perhaps dozens. And this article comes out. What has been the feedback? Some positive, I mean, especially from the FBI.
You know, there are a lot of amazing individuals that are doing amazing work at the FBI. People I work shoulder to shoulder with, not just in the Miami division, but across the entire country. And America needs to know that there are incredible people of the highest level of integrity that are holding the line. Those individuals are not at the luxury to speak up and voice their concerns because, you know, sometimes when you speak up, it puts a target on your back. And so there might be times when you're not actually involved with something that's happening, but it doesn't mean that you don't agree with what's happening. But in an essence you just keep your head low, do your work, stay off the radar, and try to do the right thing.
Well, you're 8 years away from a pension. You gave up a lot.
You know, for me, I'm a woman of faith, and I believe in God.
Amen.
And I know that God is watching over me and the amazing people in the FBI.
This was really hard for you.
It was a very difficult decision. I love this. I mean, I sacrificed a lot working for the FBI. What I want Americans to understand, when you're going to an active shooter site and you're seeing young children, it takes a toll on you. I mean, we are seeing things. My phone was ringing 24/7, 365. I was the Crimes on the High Seas coordinator for the FBI. The types of things that we're exposed to, it's very dark, and it's a sacrifice to serve this country, but we do it because we love America.
You are very courageous. We wish you Godspeed in all your future endeavors. Thank you for your courage to write this and speak out. And I know it was hard to do. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.